next guest is a best-selling author and hand lettering expert who helps millions find joy while tapping into their creativity. Please welcome Amy Latta. Welcome, Amy.
Thanks
for being here. I want you to know that I'm pretty excited about this because I am not, the best. I don't have the best penmanship, let's be honest. So this can even help somebody like me, right?
Absolutely.
Now, hand lettering has become quite the trend out there. And tell me a little bit about hand lettering for faith.
Sure. So I think hand lettering in general has become really popular, mostly because we live in such a digital world right now. I think that people want to reconnect with putting pen to paper and the art of handwriting. We don't want to lose that. And it's also a great way to de-stress and to relax. Just a couple months ago, Larissa actually shared my first book here on the show.
Yes, she talked about it.
Exciting, yes. And she shared about hand lettering for relaxation. And my most recent book, the fourth one, Hand Lettering for Faith, just came out.
Yeah.
And this one is designed to get people into Bible journaling.
Beautiful.
So there's 40 different scripture passages, and each chapter walks you through how to create a specific piece of art for that passage. It's lots of fun, and yeah.
It's so great. I mean, it helps people de-stress through hand lettering. It also brings in the faith, so it's a win-win on all sides. Now, hand lettering for faith also goes, it goes beyond calligraphy, right? So tell us about some of the other aspects about it, some of your favorite parts.
Sure. So hand lettering is so much more than just one style. There's all kinds of fonts and embellishments. And so what I tried to do was incorporate things that would go with the verses that we were lettering. So for example, there's how to draw little sheep to go with the Lord is my shepherd. And there's drawing the Lion of Judah. So you get these little embellishments that go along with the verses that you're learning how to letter. Things like swords and shields, all kinds of fun drawings that you can do. And we also look at other techniques like galaxy lettering, which is really fun. You do it with some of the markers and an aqua pen, and you put some little stars in, and it gives a really cool effect.
Yeah, I see these things, and I think to myself, I could never do that. But there's some simple techniques that you can learn and practice over time and start to learn how you could do all of that really in a way, which is great. And I know that there's some people here in our home who know that firsthand because last night at Larissa's house, you had a little hand lettering party where you were trying to teach them some things.
We had so much fun. When I told Larissa that I was coming to be on the show, I said, hey, is there a place you know of nearby where we could do a hand lettering workshop while I'm here? Why not? And she said, hey, come to my place. And I mean, I couldn't believe she invited me over. It was awesome. And we just got to play around with the markers and the techniques. It was so fun.
It looked like a lot of fun, and right now I am going to dive into the fun myself. So you're going to have to teach me a little bit, or try to, what I missed out last night, okay?
Okay.
Okay, where do we start?
So when people think of hand lettering, mostly what they think of is something called brush script.
Yes.
And what defines this style is that there's a mixture of thin lines and thick lines within each letter.
Right, I see that. I see that. So far, I'm with you.
Good. So the way that we do that, there's two ways, actually. One is using a brush pen, and it's an actual art technique that takes practice and more practice.
That's sort of the more advanced way, right?
Exactly, exactly. So in the meantime, we do something called faux calligraphy. This is fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to write a word in our regular script handwriting.
Good.
We're using joy because everything's all about Christmas here at Hallmark, and it's a short word.
And let me just say this, that written word right there is nice. It's not, but it doesn't necessarily stand out as anything special. In other words, I may be able to write that just like that.
And you will.
Okay, very good. So far. All right, but watch this.
So then the next thing we do is we find what we call the downstrokes. And that's just a technical word for anywhere your pen was moving down when you were writing. So anytime we're writing, our pen's either going up away from us, down toward us, or it's going across, like when we cross a T or an H.
Very good.
So we're going to find those downstrokes, and we're going to add a second line right next to them.
Okay.
And that's going to allow us to artificially thicken parts of our word.
I see. Only on the downstrokes, everybody. And I see at the top, if you look at the top, the second line there, kind of comes in a little bit sharply, whereas at the bottom, it almost kind of more blends into the curve a little bit more, right?
Exactly, because that's what would happen with the brush pen.
I'm paying attention,
like a
Amy.
paintbrush. Good. You're a great student, Cameron, the best I've ever had.
Well, I haven't started yet, but we'll see.
And then the final step is just to color in where we had those double lines.
Okay.
And then like magic, we have our brush script word.
Same word, just like that, but it looks so different. People would not believe that I would do that, and so we're going to find out if I can. So what we're going to work with now, a great idea, especially around the holiday season, is to use these techniques for gift tags.
Yes.
What a beautiful idea. So I'll take these guys out of your way.
Okay.
And now this is where the lesson really starts for me.
Okay.
Okay. So you use that space over there, because we have a little bit of an overhead camera that we can look at. And I'm going to be over here, so I'm hiding from the cameras. Good.
So we're taking our gift tag. And
Okay.
you can make these yourself just by cutting cardstock, or you can buy blank gift tags at the craft store. And you're just going to write your word.
Okay.
And then you're going to find your downstroke.
Oh, yes, right. Pay attention. Right, here we go.
Yep. So it's everywhere that your pen
Now,
is
I
moving
noticed that I
down.
didn't make my loops very big. That's a problem.
Okay.
Is it okay?
That's not a problem.
All right.
You know, yours doesn't have to look just like mine. It's all about your style
Okay.
and how you write your letters. So we're finding the downstrokes and we're coloring them in.
Okay, very good.
And it gives us that gorgeous brush script effect. And
There
you
we go.
can do this with any word.
How do you do that side of the Y? Let me see the back side of the Y, all the way from the top.
Yeah.
So I come in on the
All
inside,
the way to the bottom.
like
Yep.
this kind of thing, and then I just color them in.
Exactly. That's
Hold
it.
on,
And
wait
you
for
color it in.
And here too, right? 'Cause
There's
that was
the
a down-
magic. Yep,
yeah,
that
wasn't
was
that
a
downstroke?
That's a down. Yep. And there's one.
I'm excited and nervous all at the same time.
But you did it. Look at that.
Okay, everybody.
Nailed it.
Here we go. I mean, it could use, but this is really the first
Nailed
full
it.
deal I've got going on here. And then we can also add some glitter tape and some other little details to it as well. I'll let you fancify these guys right here. I see that you've got a
Exactly.
Debbie and a Cameron name tag on those
I
little
sure
presents
do.
over there. So
And those are real presents. I'm going to spoil the secret. It's a copy of hand lettering.
oh
for me.
my goodness,
So you
I'm
can
super
take
excited.
it home. You can practice your skills.
And you can fancy it up like this. For more information on Amy and her hand lettering, check her out at amylattacreations.com. Thank you so much, Amy.
Thank you. It's
Wow.
been such a pleasure to
I'm
be
actually
here.
sweating a little bit. I guess I got a little bit nervous there. I love when that
You
happens.
nailed it.
Okay.